Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new here and this is your first time on my YouTube channel, thank you so much for checking me out. I hope by the end of this video, you consider subscribing and becoming a part of the family. And to all of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to check your girl out. You know, I truly appreciate you. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about debt. And a lot of people have been asking me questions about whether Naca considers this, whether they consider that. So I decided to make a quick video how they take it into consideration and what you need to do in order to either get it resolved or if you even need to get it resolved. So I wanted to make a quick video talking about this as you await to meet with your Naca counselor. And as always, I always let you guys know that I am not a Naca counselor or a mortgage counselor. I am just basically letting you guys know the information that I was given when I was going through the program. If you have not looked at any of my Naca videos, I will link the playlist up above so you can check those videos out and go binge watch some Naca videos to get you prepared for your upcoming workshop or your intake appointment. So the first thing that I want to talk about is debts. So a lot of people have been asking me, do Naca consider back payment child support that is owed to the absent parent or whatnot? And the answer to that is yes. So if you are behind on paying child support to the absent parent, then that is considered a debt, and Naca will take that into consideration when it comes down to your affordability and when it comes down to qualification. So if that child support has not been paid and it's not current, and you have back child support that is owed to the absent parent and it's within the last 24 months, then yes, that is something that has to be taken care of prior to your file being submitted for underwriting. What you need to do is make sure that you let your Naca counselor know about that information. They're going to find out regardless because they somehow find out everything. But you want to make sure that you let your Naca counselor know about the arrearage that you have for child support and let them know how much you have in the arrears. And they will help you get to a point where you can get that caught up so you can move forward with your Naca process if that's what you choose to do. So basically, child support payments that are in the arrears, if you have any type of debt, whether it is a lien or a judgment and it has incurred within the last 24 months, that has to be resolved, or you have to be making some type of approved payments per month or however often, however frequently. Because if it has occurred within the last 24 months and you have not been paying on it, then you will not be able to move forward with the Naca process because you have to show that you are making sufficient payments on this debt that you have incurred. Your mortgage counselor will talk to you about what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it and how you need to go by doing it so you can get this thing resolved so you can keep moving on with the program. So like I said before, liens and judgments is also something that you have to take into consideration prior to being approved or having your file submitted to the underwriter. You need to make sure that whatever the lien or judgment is, if you have to pay back that money or when you have to pay back that money, you need to make sure that you are on an approved payment plan and submit documentation to your mortgage counselor so your mortgage counselor can know what to take into consideration when they are doing your debt to income ratio, because they need to figure out what your affordability will be when it comes down to your debt and your income. So student loans are also a part of your considered debt to income ratio. So with student loans, in my case, you know, we had to provide proof of what is currently in deferment, the total outstanding balance. And then we also had to provide proof of what our monthly or what my monthly payment would be once the loans come out of deferment. Naca takes into consideration and configures that into my debt to income ratio. And please keep in mind that even though your loans are in deferment, you can still be making payments on it, because right now, while the loans are in deferment and there is 0% interest on the loans, this is probably the best time to make payments on your loans, because you can be knocking those loans down with no interest. So you want to make sure that if you are able to pay on your student loans now while they are currently in deferment and there is no interest accumulating, you want to make sure that you do that now, because at the first of the year, if they do not extend the deferment process, then you're going to be required to start making monthly payments and the interest will kick in. So if you can, please make sure that you start making your payments now while there is 0% interest. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is, so if you have any type of liens, judgments, old debt, any kind of old debt that is more than 24 months old, you rarely need to pay that off because it's more than 24 months old. And this is according to the mortgage counselor who I had, and also according to the book that you receive when you attend the workshop. So if that lien or that judgment or whatever that outstanding debt, if it's more than 24 months old, then you rarely need to pay that debt off. But you want to make sure that you double check with your mortgage counselor, because they will let you know what you need to do exactly to get to that Naca qualification status. But if it's more than 24 months old, 9 times out of 10, you do not have to pay it back. But we do know that a lot of these collection agencies, they buy out the debt, and then what they try to do is months or years later, they try to come back and say that, hey, you owe this amount, and they try to reopen it. So you want to make sure that you speak with your mortgage counselor about any outstanding debt that is more than 24 months old. 9 times out of 10, they may tell you to go ahead and write a letter of explanation explaining what happened, because they want to know that they can trust you enough to give you this loan. So if you do not go into detail as far as explaining that this will never happen again, then they might be like, well, can we trust her enough to give her thousands of dollars for this home? So you want to make sure that you always check with your mortgage counselor when you are at your intake appointments, and just let them know that you have this outstanding debt, because like I said, they're going to see it regardless when they pull your credit. But you just want to be upfront with them and don't hide anything, because if you do hide something, they're going to find out and they're going to be like, well, why you was hiding this from me? So yeah, so I hope that this video helped you along the way. I know it was kind of short, sweet, and straight to the point. But if you have any additional questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up and also hit that red subscribe button below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.